Hi, I'm Tony Dolgeroff, A2Dogspot at a2dogspot.com, and I can also be found on Facebook at A2Dogspot. I specialize in canine obedience and behavior. So unlike your traditional training, which is teaching your dog a set of commands, sit, stay, lay down, etc., my system is designed to create the perfect ideal behavior with your dog and to change any unwanted bad behavior into good ideal behavior as well. Also, when the system is implemented, should any other new bad behavior arise, you'll know exactly what you'll need to do to correct it, as well as by the time we are done with our training, not only will your dog be taught everything that I know, but I will teach you everything that I know, so that you will be able to continue to maintain the training and maintain that good behavior, and you'll be able to make any kind of corrections should your dog start to revert and go back to any of their old ways. Now, even though this isn't about just simply commands, my first component is a set of commands. So yes, there of course are a set of commands that I teach as well, not just verbal commands, but visual commands as well. The next component is in the structured walk. The structured walk, ideally what we would like to have is your dog either by our side or behind us, walking calmly, no tugging, no pulling, no reactivity toward other animals, other people, or any other distractions. Just having a nice, peaceful, gentle walk so that you can take your dog anywhere, anytime, in any kind of scenario, and they will always give you the perfect ideal behavior. Now, this does not mean that we have to throw away or replace any type of long leash walking for exercise or fun purposes, or off leash walking, or any of that kind of stuff. Those are completely encouraged, but when you have the structured walk in place, it will create a stronger bond between you and your dog, and will create more of an obedient, calm, submissive dog as well. This will give you that perfect behavior, along with some of the other components, which the next one is the threshold manners. Now, if you don't do anything else to get better behavior out of your dog, threshold manners are key. It's very simple technique. I can implement it typically within 1 or 2 sessions and show you exactly what you need to do to make that an effective component. The final component, or not the final component, there's actually 2 more. I do also do what I call a structured feeding session. So as opposed to throwing your food down on the ground, like say the way we would feed, chickens or other livestock, I show you techniques that during your feeding times, you'll have 2 times a day to gain an extra bond with your dog that you don't have, and will also reinforce their obedience and create more of that perfect ideal behavior. And the final component is how to set rules, boundaries, and limitations. It's very important that your dogs have structure, not just for the physical reasons of keeping them from, say, destroying property or being on furniture if you don't want them, or other things within your home or when you're outside of the home. This is very necessary for the dog's mental well-being. So the entire obedience program altogether, each one of those components is going to strengthen your dog's psyche, is going to make your dog feel more safe, more secure, more relaxed, and they're going to feel more like wanting to be a dog rather than being reactive, overprotective, constantly looking for looking out, for any sort of dangers, or being easily distracted, or trying to take the lead. You will become their loving leader. And by demonstrating this loving leadership, your dog will really begin to understand how much you really love them. And I understand that there's probably no way you could ever possibly love your dog any more than you do right now, but I promise you that after my system is done, you will learn how to strengthen your bond with your dog and have an even more loving relationship than you already have. I know it doesn't seem possible, but really it is. To have this unique opportunity is very special. My service area is in the Ann Arbor, Ypsilanti area. If you come to me, my sessions begin at $25 per session. We can also do Zoom sessions. I can also travel pretty much within the Ann Arbor, Ypsilanti area, as well as outside of that area, should you be willing to want to cover any travel expenses. I will definitely come to you. There may be a premium involved in traveling outside of the service area, but we can talk about those details later. I also, as well as providing obedience training, I have a new program that I'm offering right now, which is unlike pretty much anything being offered in Michigan, and that is the stay and train. So unlike the traditional board and train, where you drop your dog off at a facility with a trainer for a certain duration of time and they teach your dog certain things and supposedly return them back to you trained and all set, I'm in your environment with your dog, where they're going to be living every day, to teach them how to behave in that environment, ideally for you and for them. And this not only strengthens that training and it will implement much faster, but this also gives you more of an opportunity to be hands-on during the process. Now, I do all the heavy lifting, I do all the repetition, I do all the stuff the initial legwork. You then get to step in and take over when things are more implemented, and I show you exactly what it is that I've taught them so that you can maintain that. I also do provide overnight service in the Ann Arbor, Ypsilanti area. If you're going out of town, my base rate is $50 per night. I come with some very great references. My clients are very happy with my service. It's usually my daughter and I. We're looking for new team members right now because the demand is getting high, but I am available. And again, I will travel outside of the Ann Arbor, Ypsilanti area if you're willing to cover the travel expenses and give me enough notice. So there's what I offer in a basic nutshell. If you would like to find out more and get more into details, there's definitely more information on my homepage at annarbor.dogspot.com. If that's not where you already are, you can also reach me at 734-333-7578. There's also contact information and forms on my homepage as well. So there's multiple ways to reach me. Let's set up a free meet and greet. We can do that. I would prefer in person. But again, if you're outside of the area, we have ways of addressing that as well. So I am really looking forward to working with you and your dog/dogs. If you have multiple dogs, we can train multiple dogs as well. I've done it. Check out my homepage at Treetown Tony on YouTube. There's sections for dog obedience and dog training. So look at, and some of my leash training as well. Olive and Charlie were really great. The Charlie Lab Mastiff. I highly recommend. That was some of my early training, so you got to bear with me on the cinematography. it's very amateur, but the demonstration of the structured walk and what I did with Charlie in particular was in 5 days and basically 5 sessions was pretty impressive. And I've had dogs learn quicker and I've had dogs learn slower. They all learn at their own paces. But my system addresses all of that. So I really look forward to hearing from you. Let's set something up and let's get that perfect ideal behavior for your dog. So you'll have one of those dogs that when you take somewhere, everybody will go, "Oh, you have such a well-behaved dog." Everybody will compliment your dog on their behavior. Thanks again.